Now, when I said they were changing the way extra turns works, so they're fixing the way subsequent turns impact the game, and because of that, they're offering a recall on the artifacts Rhianna and Luciella and Butterfly Mandolin, because both of these artifacts impact extra turns. You do not get a selector. You do not get bottles of knowledge. You just have your artifacts restore. If you've got a max imprinted Butterfly Mandolin, you will get all 6 of your Butterfly Mandolins back, but they will also refund you every bit of gold and charms you put into it, and the artifact charms they pay out are based on the XP level of the artifact. And that's how you can min-max it. Unlike units, you can recall an infinite number of artifacts. So that's why I am maxing so many Butterfly Mandolins, is because I'm wanting to cash in on that recall. Now, when you do the recall, you click on the artifact, and right here will be a recall button. When you click on it, unlock it, and click on the recall button, it'll show everything you get back. And then you'll click confirm, and it'll say, are you sure? And I think you click confirm again, it'll say, are you really sure? Because it can't be undone. And then you say yes, and it'll say, recall in effect, returning to title screen, and it'll like reboot you back to the title screen, and the effect will have happened. To recall a Butterfly Mandolin, it needs to have, I believe, or a RNL for that matter, it needs to have 1800 XP already in it. If you have the artifact in your inventory before the recall, you put the XP into it, you can do the recall. But any artifacts you pull after the recall starts, after the patch goes live on the 24th, you will not be able to recall. So if you pull brand new artifacts during the recall period, I'm sorry, those are brand new. They do not qualify. It's only artifacts that are in your inventory prior to maintenance. The same with auxiliary lots. If you luck sack and pull an auxiliary lots from a galaxy summon, you will not be able to recall him and get a selector if you pull him after the recall. It only happens if you have oxlots on your account prior to the recall. Every time I get a Butterfly Mandolin, I'm coming down here and I'm enhancing it, right? And I'm doing it a step at a time. Now watch what happens when I enhance this. It's going up to +4. And I enhance it, and I get sparks. A good or greater effect applied. Let's try it again. Bigger sparks this time. I want the word great to appear. Again. Up to 9. 10, no sparks. 11, no sparks. 13, okay. I'm getting close, right? I'm getting close to maxing this out. So I'm going to go... Let me do some friendship summons, right? And we'll get some 2-star artifacts here as well. Oh. All these 1- and 2-star artifacts here. Let's get some more of those. I'm going to find that Butterfly Mandolin I was working on. I'm going to use these bad boys. That looks pretty good. Let's just do that. Sorry, I got a good spark, so it took it up even further. No spark there. Okay, let me do a little bit more summons. Okay, so I've creeped up to the very edge. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, we don't want to put that in. That was a waste. We'll put this, this, all the way to the edge. And then I'm going to slam a red one in. Right? Because I want to overcap. Now, it'd be so nice if I get a good or especially a great here. Right? Let's go. Great. Show me great. Ah, we didn't get a good or a great, but that's okay. We still overcapped the XP. We've pegged it, right? Here's the thing. We're fishing for goods and greats, and even if we don't get goods or greats, we've got a pet. A pet that gives us 6.6% boost to equipment XP. Right? 6.6% boost to equipment XP. artifacts are equipment, guys. I get that boost to artifacts. And if it's a good, it's a 50% boost. And if it's great, it's double the XP. If that had flashed great, I would have gotten 2 red charms back for the 1 red charm I put in. And it would have been, and it would have been 106.6%. It would have doubled. And Smilegate always rounds up. So instead of getting 2 red charms back, I would have gotten 2 red charms and a white charm back for my 1 red charm. Across the board, they pay out based on the XP, not the number of charms you put in. They look at the XP that's in the artifact, and then they pay out that in the equivalent of charms. So I'm basically sitting here investing my charms at a 6.6% interest rate with a chance for a 50 to 100% interest rate, a chance to double my charms. That's a small chance, but, you know, 2 shots at 5.5% and 6.6 constant, I will get so many more charms refunded. Every single charm I put in with interest will get refunded, and the best part is if you take it up to the edge, man, I took this one right here, I took it up to the very freaking edge of plus 29, and I slammed a red charm into it, and I saw great pop up. I'm going to get so much XP because although it just shows max on the screen, it counts the XP, it counts the overage, and the overage pays out as well. So always go for the overage. All these plus 15s are actually like plus 15.5 to plus 16 based on the sparks that I got after them. At very least, they're like a whole ass artifact and another 6.6% beyond the overage that I got. So if you want to get a really big charm payout, what if they change so that you won't lose a lot? It's incredibly unlikely because this is exactly how it worked for the Timeless Anchor recall that was earlier this year. Exactly how it worked for Timeless Anchor. And I doubt that they would purposely go in and change the system already in place. Worst case, they pay it out based on the charms I put in, not based on the XP, and then I just get all the stuff I put into it, and all I did was waste some time. And I'll still get my charms. Also, all those 2 and 3 star artifacts that I put in there, those 1 and 2 star artifacts I put into there, those will get repaid as charms. So, yeah. And you can also do this for Rhianna and Luciella. If you have these laying around and you want to recall your Rhianna and Luciella, you can totally do this for Rhianna and Luciella as well. But yeah, if you get butterfly mandolins from your pulls today, save them. Put the charms in them. Sure you'll be artifact charm poor for about another week. And at the end of the week, the gold gets refunded too. Every penny of gold you put into it, 100% of your cost is returned, and the charms they refund are refunded with interest. They are refunded based on the XP in the artifact, not the number of charms used, but the XP in the artifact. And if you've got a pet that's boosting your XP, and if you've got a chance for 50% XP boost or 100% XP boost, that will pay out as well. You get a great flash, that means you got a 100% boost. That means the white charm you put in that flashed to great, that means you'll get 2 white charms and then a 3rd white charm because they will pay the overage and they round up. They can't give you a fraction of a charm. So if you are at 2.066 white charms, you will get 3 white charms. Do you understand how good this is? So yeah, save your mandolins, max your mandolins, cash them in. It's not going to be game-breaking or meta-changing, but the amount of artifact charms that I have sunk into this, I will probably get about a dozen additional artifact charms that I didn't have before coming out. I will get enough that I'm sure I'll be able to plus 30 at least 2 other artifacts that weren't plus 30 before. So that's my spiel on why I'm keeping all the butterfly mandolins and why I'm sitting on them until the recall. Remember, this only works on artifacts that are pulled before the recall goes live. If you pull a butterfly mandolin after the recall goes live and you put your charms into it, you've got a really nice leveled up butterfly mandolin you cannot recall once the thing goes live. It has to be on things you owned before then. Now, if you don't have enough charms to level it, you can sit on it and you can level it after the recall goes into effect and then still cash it in. But you have to have had the base artifact in your inventory. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Evan Darrell. You can level it after the recall, but you can't pull it after the recall. There's no getting one 2 or 3 days after the recall started and then trying to level it. It will not have the recall on it. You recall the artifacts, you will get all the artifacts back. So I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 butterfly mandolins back, and then I will get all of the golden XP refunded as charms, rounded up. And it's not based on the number of charms you put in, it's based on the XP you get in. Same thing with Rhianna and Luciella. You will do the recall. If you do the recall on this one, I will get 2 Rhianna and Luciella's back. If one of these imprints was from a bottle of knowledge, you'll be able to put a ticket in with Smilegate and say, I don't want 2 RNLs. I want my bottle of knowledge restored. They will go into your account and do the restoration. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours to process those requests. And for a brief period of time, while they're on your account, removing the extra RNL and putting the bottle of knowledge back, they will lock your account. And if you try to log into the game, it'll say, this account has been locked, contact customer support. And you will have this sphincter tightening moment where you think you got banned. But it's just them locking the account so you can't log on and do things while they're messing with your account. I can't imagine very many, if any of you guys put a bottle of knowledge in RNL, but that's how you can get it back. They will check. They have the records. You will not be able to lie to them and say, trust me, it's a bottle. They will look and see. They'll look at your pull history and be able to tell.